Omaha police are investigating a chase that ended in a man's death involving the Bellevue Police Department and the Nebraska State Patrol. Police say it appears the man shot himself. Bellevue police started pursuing a known wanted man with active felony warrants shortly after 11 last night. The chase went through Council Bluffs and then ended near 39th and Farnham in Omaha. 3 Bellevue officers and a Nebraska state trooper were there, and they found the man dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. Rashad Harris was 38 years old. Police found 2 guns in his vehicle. In accordance with state law, a grand jury will investigate.